What does it mean to be an entrepreneur? In a world of inaction, over-promising, and under-delivering, an entrepreneur is someone who is not afraid of sacrifice or risk of failure. An entrepreneur is someone who prefers passion over all other forms of compensation. An entrepreneur is someone who chooses to work while all others are out playing. An entrepreneur's drug is impact. They are addicted to it. The entrepreneur knows one simple truth. They will make it. Maybe not immediately, but absolutely and definitely.
All right, everybody, welcome to Five Across. Yes, I see you have found the noisemakers. We want to keep that coming all night long. I am so excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really glad that you're here with us tonight. This is our first Five Across event of 2024, and we are ready for another great season of Five Across. We've got some great pitches for you tonight and a great show. Five Across, as many of you probably already know, is part of a much bigger mission that we have at Awesome Inc., and that mission is to help people like yourselves pursue your definition of awesome, and we do that by building community through events like this. And there are a whole bunch of other ways that you can get plugged in. We believe at Awesome Inc., we believe that everyone should be included, and it's never too early to kind of start that entrepreneurial journey. So I would welcome you to participate in any of the things that you see that are happening in this entrepreneurial community. It is a very quickly growing entrepreneurial community. A few of the things that I can tell you about right now that we'd love to see you participate in. We have a co-working space right down the street on Main Street. Would love to have you just come check it out. If you want to come work there for a day, we can give you a free pass. If you want to get an office or rent a desk, then we'd love to have you join us on a regular basis, hanging out with us in our co-working space. There are many events just like this that we would love to have you continue to show up for and get plugged in that way. And if you're a student, it'd be high school or college student. Raise your hand real quick if you're a student. Nice. A lot of students. Love it. We have an internship program at Awesome Inc. We call it Team Alpha, and would love to have you join us in our internship program if you want to get some real life experience and just get plugged into this entrepreneurial community that way. We would love to have you be a part of that internship program if that feels like a good fit for you. As I mentioned, this is our first event of 2024, but this is our 15th year of hosting Five Across. So we started this back in 2010 down the street at Awesome Inc. There were about I'm maybe exaggerating when I say there were about 15 of you guys that were here in the audience cheering on the pitches at that time. We have grown significantly over that time period, but we tonight are celebrating, this is our 85th event. So we have hosted this event 85 times. So we are excited to introduce 5 new startups to the Five Across lineup tonight. But none of this that we've been able to pull off would be possible without our sponsors. So I'm going to give let's give a lot of noise, a lot of shout out to our title sponsor, Kinetic Business. I think there's a few people from Kinetic over here in the audience. If you see any of the Kinetic team, be sure to shake their hand, tell them thank you. They've been longtime supporters of Awesome Inc. and Five Across, and we cannot express our appreciation for everything that Kinetic has done for us. Our presenting sponsor tonight is Dinsmore. So let's give it up to Dinsmore. All the way in the back there is Tony Bonner, just being a servant leader. He could have had a front row seat as our presenting sponsor, but he said, no, I'll stand in the back, give it to somebody else. So we appreciate you, Tony. Appreciate Dinsmore for sponsoring this event. And a few other sponsors we want to give a shout out to. So Awesome Inc. is our host of Five Across, Apex Software, Team Kentucky, and the Cabinet for Economic Development, the University of Kentucky Entrepreneurship Club, and then the University of Kentucky College of Communication and Information. So one more round of applause for all of our supporters. So we really do look at these relationships as partnerships, and we appreciate these partnerships that we have with everybody that you've seen on these last few slides. If you know of anybody that would love to get more engaged and involved in 5 Across or just the entrepreneur community in general, please come find me or anybody wearing a 5 Across shirt. We've got lots of ways to kind of establish these partnerships, and I firmly believe that we could not be doing what we've been able to do for 15 years now if it wasn't for the support of these partnerships that we've had. So greatly appreciate everything and the support of the sponsors that we've mentioned, but would love to continue to reach out and partner with more if you guys have any future ideas on that. All right, at this point, I'm going to welcome our MCs for the evening to the stage. So they're making their way up here, but up first, if you asked your AI app to put together Marilyn Monroe and Albert Einstein, you would have this creative genius, Jacqueline Benson, everybody. And if it were a crime to be handsome, this man would have life in prison. Please welcome Garrett Farbach to the stage.
I hope that's on record, Liam. Please give me that.
I don't know why you just started with that one.
Yeah, me neither.
Ooh.
Well, hey, how are we feeling tonight? Nice. Well, I'm stoked. This is going to be a good evening. Tech team,
excited.
great job set up. Everyone who helped out this event, we're so excited to kick off a brand new year of 5 Across. I don't know if Brian did this yet.
What?
If this is your first time at 5 Across, make some noise.
Okay. Let's show up these first timers. If this is not your first time at 5 Across, make some noise. Yeah. All right. It was a healthy mix.
That was a healthy mix. Well, Jacqueline, this is a brand new year 5 Across, yes?
February 2024.
Okay.
Can't get any earlier than that.
What happens with brand new years of 5 Across?
We have surprises up our sleeves. Every year we start over with new, fun, fresh things.
So take a look at this new video. It's from our team's favorite cold open from a comedy show. Please laugh, and then give Cam and Liam a round of applause after it finishes.
All right, after it.
Ahoy, aloha, awesome 5 Across attendees, advocates, and avid admirers of ambitious adventures.
Bring the fun.
Before we begin this bonanza of business, behold the basics.
Can't wait.
Contestants can take 5 clicks around the clock to cast their cantankerous contraptions, crazy conundrums, and cleverly constructed companies to the crowd.
Dare I say?
During which they'll demo dazzling developments, declare dubiously, and deviate from the dull desk jobs of their descendants.
Electric.
Eccentric and eclectic as an elephant that expedites envelopes, these entrepreneurs have every ounce of energy emptied into every epic escapade.
I'm feeling festive.
For these founders are the future with no fear of failure.
Good gravy.
Guinea pigs for great gadgets and ghastly goofs.
Holy moly.
Helping us hold on to hope from horses to horticulture.
Incredibly important.
Innovative ideas imminently incoming.
Just sit here?
Jump for joy once the judges justify their jewel.
Kentucky competitors?
Kentucky? Kith and kin confirmed. And Kinetic is keeping the internet connection kicking.
Lexington, allegedly.
Local legends leap from Lexington, Louisville, Lebanon, and Litchfield to leave us with lots of learnings and lessons.
Make me a meal?
Magnificent munchies must be manufactured and mashed by Mandible.
New friends?
Needless to say, never before networking is next.
Oh?
Oh, the opportunities onboarding our oculars are obviously the opposite of opposition.
Program, perhaps?
Positively. awesomeinc.org/program precisely. Plus potential partners, payments, and prizes for all people and pitch participants.
Quick!
Quivering and quaking as qualified judges quiz with questions.
Right on.
Ready, set, rads. Reveal your reviews, recommendations, and rankings right on rads.com.
Slow clap.
Certainly do so if the startup speaks past 60 seconds times 5. Soon to be surreptitiously sequestered if their spiel was a success story or a stinker.
Time's up.
Tick-tock.
Under pressure.
Unicorns unearthed.
Victorious.
Very vivacious.
What a whirlwind.
Winners will rewind this winter.
Explosive.
Exactly.
Yikes, it's cold out here.
Yep. Yikes.
Zippity-doo-dah.
Zippity-zay.
My oh my.
What a wonderful day.
For a pitch competition, or in other words,
5 startups, 5 minutes each, 5 across.
We got tossed up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate. I'm one captain's armband, I'm making key plays when I'm doing shows. Gotta get all prepaid.
That's good.
Did you take on a new role?
Yeah. Hey, Cam, Liam, thanks for that video. That was excellent. You guys did a great job. Well, there are 3 things. Everyone say 3. Everyone say
across.
3.
Garrett.
Yeah, we got to fix that. It's 5 across, not 3 across. Okay. Well, 3 quick things. If you've never been here before, we'll teach you. If you're a veteran, you already know this. But the first and most important one is rule number 17, to bring the fun. So we're going to have 5 incredible entrepreneurs up here pitching, telling you what they're passionate about, why they think maybe leaving corporate America was worth their time and their pursuits. So smile, be engaging, maybe take some fake photos, laugh, cheer, use your noisemakers. And again, this is supposed to be the most encouraging environment in Kentucky for entrepreneurs, so let's live up to that title.
That's right. And on that note, we are going to celebrate them, encourage them, but there's a limit. If they approach the 5-minute mark, we are going to slow clap, and it's going to come up right here. 3, 2, 1. Oh no, they've gone over.
And
Great
there
job
we go.
practicing. I want to see more.
Yeah, that
in
was
the
about half
show.
the room. So back half next
Yeah.
time.
They get the 0.
This is an off-the-cuff announcement. If you have an empty seat, we got some people in the back standing. Maybe just wave your hand and let someone come sit next to you. Want to make sure that people don't stand for the next hour.
Bring the fun to these empty seats.
Yeah, bring the
right
fun to
here.
these empty seats. We got some up front.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, Jacqueline.
Yes, you're going to go to
awesomeinc.org/program.
We heard the QR code might not have been working for you, so if that's the case, bring out your phone now, go to awesomeinc.org/program, and you're going to have all of the information that you need for tonight.
Yep, all the
bring
ways
the
that we
most
can
fun.
rate these companies. So if you've never been to a 5 across before, get ready, because it's about to be electric. But we have some sweet cash money prizes on the line. Tonight, someone's going to win this lovely check over to my left for $500 cold, hard cash. Now, that might not make or break a business, but it's definitely going to be maybe a nice bonus, some celebration money, some runway for a team. And then we have a great amount of investment, $5,000 from Keyworth Capital, a partner of KSTC, that is sowing a lot of efforts back into Kentucky startups. So this will be a safe note amount, which stands for Simple Agreement for Future Equity. When the startups and the investment partner agree upon some terms and they meet those, the investment goes to this company. So we're excited for them. This is also, did you say this already, that this is one of 5 unique events this year?
I didn't, but thank you for mentioning that. So
Okay.
if they make it to finals and they win finals, what do they get?
$5,000 cash. Everyone say 5,000.
5,000.
Nice. And then say 50,000.
50,000.
Okay, one more time. Say 5,000. Say 50,000. There we go, Kevin. Oh, that was Liam. That was even better. Yeah. So these are great dollar amounts that are going back into Kentucky companies that maybe one of you will work for or a family member works for. So we're so grateful for all the partners sowing back into Kentucky.
And this year, we have a new thing that they can win on the line for tonight's winner. Spectrum's Pay It Forward program is sponsoring a free 30-second Waymark commercial and $15,000 for a schedule for cable and streaming services. That's huge opportunity to get their word out.
And we're grateful for all these sponsors who are wanting to sow back into Kentucky startups. So can I ask all the founders tonight to stand up? So if you're pitching tonight, stand up, face the folks that you're going to be pitching to. Let's give them a round of applause. Nice. There we go. Well, first up, we're going to have Dr. Blake with SoFab Inc.
Then we have Drew with the Black Investing Box.
And the whole family. Drew and the family. We got Eric from Complete 3D.
Amanda with Besti Co.
And my buddy Ace from Value Buddy. So give it one more time for these entrepreneurs.
And to keep encouraging them, we have last year's entire year 2023 winner, Allie with Wicked Technologies, to give you guys an extra oomph of encouragement before we go into your pitches. Take a look.
What's up, 5 Across competitors? It's Allie Trutman, founder and CEO of Wicked Technologies. I just want to send you guys a big note of encouragement, all the hugs and love. You guys are going to crush it tonight. I hope you have the best time. Remember to be concise, be confident, and be passionate about what you do, and your sky's the limits from there. Have fun, guys. Congratulations on getting this far, and good luck.
All right, guys, you know what time it is. Let's have you get to your feet. If you got a noisemaker, start clanging it. But let's welcome up the executive director of Entrepreneurship and Innovation at the Kentucky Cabinet for Economic Development. Give it up for my friend, Monique Quarterback!
Oh,
Giving
she's
away
passing out
cookies! That's what I'm talking about!
He's the founder at Besti Investment Group. It's Brian Evans!
Executive in residence at the University of Louisville's College of Business and Kentucky Entrepreneur Hall of Fame inductee. Give it up for Kent Euler!
He's the president at Kentucky Science and Technology Corporation. Let's give it a big round
Yes.
for Terry Samuels.
Yes, Terry Sass.
He's milking this entrance. I love it. Get
That
all
was
of the
great.
high fives.
You know, he might have just coined something, the Terry Samuel way. A
I
little
kind of
Terry
liked
Samuel
the
strut.
style coming
That was
in.
good.
Yeah,
Style
Terry-
points matter. Okay, there we
Oh.
go, there we go. Well, how we feeling, y'all? We good?
Keep
Okay.
that energy coming.
One more time, everyone but Yemi. How we feeling? We good?
Thank
all right.
you.
Well.
All right.
Well, speaking of judges, thanks so much. We know you have the hardest role here tonight to make sure the best entrepreneur wins.
Ask those tough questions, though.
Speaking of tough questions, can everyone say, hi, sweet Kevin?
Hi, sweet Kevin.
Kevin, where you at, brother?
Let's
Here
find
in the
him.
back, starting in the
Oh.
back this evening.
I still don't see him. Okay.
He's around the corner.
Way back here.
Kevin, do you have a trivia question for us?
Yes, I do. Monique, that was a good play with the Girl Scout cookies. Our trivia contestant participants are answering trivia questions for a 60-minute unlimited play arcade card at main event.
Sounds
So
like
yeah,
fun.
the Girl Scout cookies though, that's one up. So sorry everyone, but next time maybe Girl Scout cookies. But I'm here in the back with Cooper and gang. A lot of gang. Where's Cooper at? Oh, dude, you're all the way down there. No, hey, dude, you're doing great. I'm gonna ask you from here, and I want the whole gang to stand up because everyone's with Cooper, the whole row.
Cooper and Company, let's get up.
Cooper and company.
There we go.
This is Phone a
We're a
Friend
team here.
Extreme.
I asked the whole group.
There we go, the
No,
whole
we're gonna
crew.
stay here, Cooper. We're gonna stay in the back. Okay, you're doing great, Cooper. I'm gonna stay back here.
Honestly, I'm okay with it, but he's
Yeah,
come
just
up
let
here.
it happen.
Come on, come on,
No,
come
that's
on.
okay, but I like it.
Yeah, come on up.
You're good.
You're gonna set the tone for the night.
Come on, Cooper,
Yeah.
you're good. Come on, brother.
Every employer in here needs to take note that Cooper is ambitious.
Walk
That's like
up
the
on
most
stage.
hireable
Initiative.
quality in any young student coming out of the University of Kentucky.
He's
But
so
anyway,
excited.
Cooper, you can answer from there, and crew.
Look at this room here.
What energy source, Cooper and crew, do solar panels harness to generate electricity? And I know that you're
know you
a
can do
solar
this,
panel
though.
major at UK.
You
So
can do
this will
this.
be really easy. Cooper, is it A, wind, B, sunlight, C, water, or D, geothermal? Which one does it harness, Coop? In company. Maybe you guys know it faster than him. Oh, they're phoning a friend. Leah, you look smarter than Cooper, so I'm gonna ask you.
You put a lot of faith.
Leah, what do you think?
Phone in a friend.
B, as in sunlight. And Cooper, she's right.
Nice, dude. I don't know if you're
Good
dating,
job.
but take her with you.
Cooper and crew.
Cooper.
Very well done.
Nice. Wow.
That
That was a
awesome.
first.
What a
That
fun
was
way to
awesome.
start the evening.
Yeah, thanks, Cooper.
I love that.
Well, speaking of fun ways to start the evening, I got a prescription from Dr. Blake that he's going to win tonight. So let's get everyone to rise to your feet, turn in the middle aisle as we welcome
Bring that energy
Blake
back.
with
SoFab Inc.
All right, how's everybody doing today? Yeah. All right, well, I'm here today to talk to you about solar. And to start it off, did you know that 90% of the world's solar panels come from China? Did not know that, okay. That monopoly is currently one of the greatest national security threats for our nation as we transition to clean energy. My name is Dr. Blake Martin, and I'm the CEO of SoFab Inc. We're a chemical manufacturing startup, and we make materials, innovative materials, domestically produced for solar panels. Perovskite solar panels are a new type of solar panel. They are getting a ton of buzz through the industry. MIT ranked them as the #2 breakthrough technology for 2024. This is because they have record-breaking efficiency, they are simpler to manufacture, and they offer a thin and flexible form factor that makes them easily applicable to a broader application base. There are a ton of industry partners that are heavily investing into this industry. For those of you who aren't as familiar with solar manufacturing, the 4 largest solar manufacturers, Jinko Solar, Trina Solar, GCL, and First Solar, are all investing heavily into their perovskite divisions to commercialize this technology. And so you may be thinking, if it has so much buzz, where is it? Well, currently, commercialization is slowed because they are using unstable materials. So these perovskite panels are deposited in layers, and if one layer fails, the whole module fails. Currently, the layer that fails at the highest frequency is a material called C60. It limits panel lifetimes, it's very difficult to produce, which also makes it cost prohibitive to deploy on a commercial scale. That's where SoFab enters. So at SoFab, we developed a patent-protected tin fab material that is a plug-and-place replacement for C60. This material is 20 times cheaper than C60. It enables competitive lifespans. It's easy to produce and apply, and it is applicable with a variety of different perovskite architectures. So we developed this material. What have we done so far? Well, to date, we were awarded $200,000 from the Department of Energy to commercialize this technology. We received another $50,000 from the National Science Foundation National I-Corps program. We've been encouraged to pursue further grant funding, which we're currently working through applications on. We've received 8 customer letters of intent. We are currently negotiating a joint development agreement with a domestic panel producer. We've secured our patent IP with a license with the University of Louisville. We've successfully scaled our production capacity from 10 milliliters to 1 liter of production in weekly capacity. We have begun incorporating tin fab material into perovskite solar modules, with tin fab enabled solar modules being deployed at the National Renewable Energy Lab today. Woo. In collaboration with our customer in the joint development agreement, we have currently achieved roughly $10,000 of monthly recurring revenue. And that same customer is field testing panels, and they are expected to increase their demand to $73 million annually by 2027. Now, I should emphasize this is from one customer. We are currently working with 8 actively, so we expect to expand those relationships and actually multiply our revenue on this model. This is our team. It includes myself, Peter, and Sashil. We've been working on the project for 5 years now. We developed the IP at the University of Louisville. We have expanded our team to get a more resounding team with Jack Manzella. He was a commercialization professor at the university and the entrepreneur in residence at U of L. Additionally, we have a strategic advisory board with over 40 years of solar experience in both silicon PV and perovskite PV and a variety of other material applications. And so, we are SoFab. I would ask anybody here to please follow up, reach out. You can reach me directly over email. You can scan the QR code to go to our LinkedIn page. You can follow us up on our website, sofabinks.com. And we are SoFab. Let's secure the clean energy future for America.
Yeah. Nice! Way to go, Dr. Blake! A gentle high five. Well, my friend, where's Jack? He did well. He did well. All right, you kicked the night off strong, but here's the toughest part. You gotta survive a round of judges' questions. So judges, about 3 minutes. If the timer goes out, no slow clapping the judges. So, take it away.
Excellent presentation, and thank you so much. My question is in regards to the manufacturing practices, implementing good manufacturing practices, getting the data back from that first customer that's doing field testing. Is there any particular feedback that you're looking for from them when it comes to producing to meet that demand?
Absolutely. So we currently have a framework in place with one that we're going to copy and paste with the others. And so typically it works in 3 stages. First stage is kind of proof of concept. They provide us statistics. We have a full spec sheet. I think it's about 40 different specs long of material that we provide them and data they then provide us. And so that's one way that we're actually doing customer-driven development. And then also internally, we have, with collaborations with the university, we have the capability to do small-scale R&D. So we can actually continue to work over there and do some smaller scale stuff where it's more, we're trying to align it, but customer-driven is always more important. But this allows us to be more agile. Thanks.
I'm going to have to sort of follow on to Monique's and then a separate question. Follow on to Monique is, what's your long-term manufacturing strategy? Something you do yourself? Will you partner? Will you outsource?
So we're currently working on a FMEA analysis. I'm blanking on what the acronym stands for. But essentially, we just look at what steps in the process are the most threatening if we outsource. And so we're trying to outsource steps that are, we have controls later down in the process that we basically look at and we're like, hey, this could be done with a toll manufacturer to reduce our overhead, and then really hone in on the core IP, which is scaling those processes that need to be really regulated.
My second question is, your IP, is it provisional or do you have a full patent already issued?
We're currently, there's multiple steps to it. We've gone through one round, I know that. We're currently applying to different countries. I think our due date is in March 23rd. So PCT.
Blake, good presentation. Who specifically is your end user of this product? And what will be the retail cost to that end user, in your opinion, once you get to market?
Absolutely. So our end users are perovskite module manufacturers. We're currently working with, the perovskite divisions within larger manufacturers that are doing their own manufacturing. Currently, right now, we're charging $10,000 per liter. We expect that to come down as we scale. Benefits from economy of scale on both sides. And ultimately, our price is going to be tied to COGS. Price point there is going to be determined.
Final question. Good to have U of L in the house here. Go Cards.
Go Cards.
Question is, what is the addressable market here?
Yeah, so in 2024, market projections indicate that the materials market for perovskites is around $130 million globally. If we speculate 6 years out, perovskites, capture a significant portion of the total solar market. We expect the materials market for perovskites to grow to about $200 billion. I know that kind of sounds like you would scoff at it, but currently global solar deployment is around 250 gigawatts. We're expected to install over a terawatt next year. And just in the US alone, we need to install a terawatt by 2030 to combat climate change.
All right, give it up for Blake one more time. Great job. All right. Amazing pitch to get our evening rolling. We've got 4 more of those lined up. Before we keep going, though, this is a friendly reminder to go to awesomeinc.org/program. Give Blake some feedback. Act like it's your money you're given when you're rating those companies. Do that throughout the evening and give them a little bit of extra support from your seat. Before we get into our next pitch, where's Kevin?
Kevin's up front this time, and
All
I'm
right.
blocking the exit so we don't have a stage storm again. But I'm here with my friend Sarah. Sarah, would you stand up? All right, Sarah, one question. Everyone knows the rules. Sarah, what did Einstein, very smart man, by the way, say was the 8th wonder of the world? Jacqueline, if we could have our options. Is it A, compound interest, B, nuclear power, C, artificial intelligence, or D, number of one-piece episodes? And to be honest, I don't even know what that last one is. So there's a little hint for you. Sarah, what do you think?
You can phone a friend if you need some help.
You need to phone a friend that I know you don't. She's going to go with B, and what she meant to say was the one right above B.
I heard A.
A, compounding interest. Yes, Sarah,
Nice.
Great work.
I definitely heard A, right? We all heard her say that. All right, let's keep that sound going. Going into pitch number 2, everybody stand up and give Drew with the black investing box the best interest.
No matter what, got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
All right, from
And they
top.
stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win. And if you don't win, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
All right, Father Cross! Okay, this is a team activity. Everybody get your shoulders warmed up. Who has a kid? Who has a son? Who has a daughter? Who has a niece? Who has a nephew? Who has ever been a kid? There we go. Well, today we are going to replace the piggy bank with the black investing box and turn them into millionaires. All right, how do you teach a kid to play basketball? Do you give them a ball or do you give them a spreadsheet? How do you get them excited about it? Do you put them on the field or do you put them in the schoolroom? And what's more important than basketball? Money. Money is important. Just ask UK athletics. So how do we teach about money? Do we put it into a game or do we make it a chore? Of course, we make it a chore. Let me show you what I mean. When I asked my dad when I was a kid about how to make money, he gave me 2 pieces of advice. He said, if I teach you to manage money, you'll always have enough. And if I don't, you won't. And I said, that's fantastic. How do I manage money? And that's the last thing my dad ever taught me about money. So I asked my mom, and she told me about this thing called the envelope system. Who here has done the envelope system? For those that haven't, you get a bunch of envelopes and you divide your money up into it. Then you get a special envelope called the save envelope, and you burn it because you never get to touch it. And as a young child, for me, that made me feel like I wasn't in the game. I had to learn how to say no, which arguably was okay. And I got to watch other people play the game, and I said, I hate this game. So being the scientist that I am, I said, how does money work? So I started by reading a book, and then I read another book, and then I read another book, and a bunch more books. In the end, I read 200 books on the subject. I spent 15 years answering the question in business and entrepreneurship, and I spent over $100,000 in various forms of education. Now, you can do this yourself, or you can shortcut it by doing what we've done, which is learn how to make money grow. Now, this is the actual system that I use to teach my kids about money. So if one of you judges is looking for a great question, you might ask me how that went. Okay, here's how it works. And you can do this at home, and I want you to do this at home because I care about kids doing this. You take a black box. The first thing you do is you write down a goal. And there's lots of science behind why that's super important, but you have to do it. The first step is make a goal. You take your money and you say, don't put it in the savings envelope, put it in the black investing box, and keep it there all week. At the end of the week, take it out, and you can have a quarterly report, which is funny for some of the financial people in the room. All right, you put a quarter on each dollar, you get your interest, you map out your principal, and that's the quarterly report. And the kid tracks their progress until they finally win the goal. But wait, there's more. We know that finances are not the only thing that are important in life, right? So we have packed this with tools that help the kids with self-awareness, long-range planning, help them build relationships and business acumen. And so why does that work? Well, first of all, you're spending time with loved ones who care about you and who you want to listen to. Then you get real ownership. You're in the game, and you get the real prize. So what are people saying about it? So my favorite one of this is Nathaniel Murray. He's a CFO, and I got a CFO to say the word brilliant and next level. That's how well this works. So I thought I should get somebody that was good looking and intelligent on the team, and so I brought in Quint. And he has Do It Yourself Money, which is a podcast, which will come up later. Where are we at? Well, we did some human trials. We made some MVPs. We did some more human trials. Everybody liked it, so now we're in the middle of printing and price testing. That's where we're at. Speaking of price, the core offering is $100. COGS are about 20, a little bit less than 20, G&A. ads, and so that leaves us with 40% that we can grow, expand, offer discounts, etc. Lifetime value. So this is not a one-time purchase. First of all, how much would you pay to know the things that millionaires know? That's the real benefit. But if you were talking about ideal client, you have dual income earners with 3 kids, or homeschool families like my family, which have lots more than 3 kids. And so you buy the initial box, then you have follow-on kits. And I'm already have the follow-on box worked out, which teaches you about the stock market and probability sets. Go-to-market strategy. How are we going to bring this to market? Well, I said I'm going to get financial planners to give it out as a gift to their markets. That reduces my advertising cost because I get a power center and I get network effects. I asked 3 financial planners about it, and they said, no, that's not what I want to do. But then I found out one of them has a podcast, and he said, no, I love this. I've been waiting on this. So influencers and podcasts are how we're going to bring it to market. And if anybody in the room knows how I can make it to Steve Harvey, he is on my top 100. He is the top 100, and that's where I'm trying to get to. So if you like what I've said and you want a 55% discount, come check us out on the Black Investing Box.
All right, first slow clap of the evening. You can keep that coming out. Great job, Drew. Judges, about a question each, roughly 3 minutes. Don't slow clap the judges.
I wish I'd had that game when I was growing up. Hey, how much money are you going to need to make this thing a reality, a scalable reality?
As you saw on it's about 20% is the COGS, and that includes all of the shipping. So essentially, we can scale as fast as we can market it.
How much money do you need to scale if you're raising money?
$50,000. Was that a straight face? I feel like it was straight. Okay.
Is it all hard copy? Is there a software version?
We're working on the videos right now, and so there'll be video modules for all the tools, and then eventually, as I get some more time and space, we'll put more financial content. Yeah. We have a whole family of characters called the Cassius family, because Cash is king. It's a long story.
Drew, obviously you see the importance of financial literacy. I could not agree more. What is missing is accountability after purchase, and I'm not so sure that this offers that, but if it does, let us know. What is your approach for recurring revenue after someone purchases? Is there any recurring revenue that could be put into place with this product?
So you have newsletters. So let's say you get 10,000 people and you get them on a $3 newsletter. There's your recurring. There's about 6 boxes in the series, and so the next box brings you into a probability set, which launches you into into a mock stock market, and they would have to pay a subscription service to be part of the mock stock market.
And a question for you, and great presentation. I understand that you went after strategic partnership with the financial planners. Can you talk about what you found so far with considering direct sales? It has been a pretty lucrative model for similar devices.
To be honest, I haven't gotten that far. Instagram and in social media, I happen to have a wonderful set of teenagers that are helping me with that. And so the direct model allows me to reduce my marketing costs, but I don't have cost for acquire.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Drew, you cheer on yourself, baby. Thanks so much. Kyle's gonna come get that from you. Well, I feel a lot smarter. Hannah, can we clean some of this up so no one trips and falls, if you don't mind? Thanks. The family's on it. This is awesome. Well, thanks so much, guys. Drew is a good friend of Austin Bank. Glad to see him pitching tonight. Well, we know the drill. Sweet Kevin, where you at, baby?
Same area, just a few rows back.
Okay, who you got with you this time?
Austin and Solomon. They're here for the first time.
Nice.
So can we give it up for those two for coming out tonight?
Great job.
All right, guys, I'm going to have you stand up, if that's okay. Sorry. I know, big ask. Even bigger ask. Gentlemen, what toy, which I know you don't play with toys anymore, but think back. What toy was initially created using 3D printing before gaining worldwide popularity? Is it A, the Barbie doll, B, Lego bricks, C, the Rubik's Cube, or D, Transformers?
Robots in disguise.
Robots in disguise. Here's a hint, it's one of those answers up there. Let's go with B. B, confidently, Lego bricks, and their confidence would pay off.
Way to go. Great job. Well, I don't know about you, but if we can stand back up and see someone who's really confident tonight, let's give a warm welcome to Eric with Complete 3D.
How's everybody doing tonight? I'm Eric with Complete 3D. I'm an additive manufacturing engineer who is passionate about inspiring others to make the world better with 3D printing. We are the Xerox copier model for additive manufacturing. So imagine that you were in a car accident tomorrow and you suffered from a severe spine injury. What's really bad about that, besides the injury, is to get that hardware, you're going to be in the hospital for more than 2 to 3 weeks. And the parts that they're going to implant in your body aren't specific to yourself. So we're helping medical professionals make the jump into additive manufacturing. We're helping them pick the 3D printers that can help them make a difference in everybody's lives. We are, sorry, gotta take a deep breath here. We are helping the medical professionals do what they do best, only better. So we're helping them take and print pre-surgery models for surgeons, and they're able to take those pre-surgery models and present those to patients. They can do it before and after for patients to show them exactly what they've done. With this, instead of having to wait weeks for hardware to be implanted into your body, the hospital is actually able to produce these parts in a matter of hours. One of our clients is using the technology, and they're getting ready to implement OR tools, and they are saving anywhere between $50,000, and they're doing between 10 to 15 surgeries per day. What makes us special? We're developing a proprietary process that we can take and we can train our clients and our technicians. We're going to be combining AI and additive manufacturing to take and be able to, within just seconds, be able to produce a patient-specific model. We're going to be helping the healthcare professionals do what they do best, but only better. The patient-specific healthcare industry is already at $1.6 billion per year, and it's growing more than 20%. We've already got more than $1 million of contracts in process for this year. And for year to date, we're at $135,000, but today we got a PO that just came through that puts us over $200,000. Some of the clients that we're working for are in the healthcare, education, and the DoD industries. Our team consists of myself, an additive manufacturing engineer with over 10 years of experience, April Spellman, who is a business development and talent expert, and Craig Van Horn, professor and chair of neurosurgery at University of Kentucky, and he's a strategic advisor and mentor of ours, and we also have a table full of mentors. I want to thank you today for listening to my pitch. And the only thing that I can ask is if anybody has anything, anybody in the healthcare, DoD, or education sectors, please point them in our direction. If you would like to learn more about what we're doing, scan the QR code.
Right on. Eric with Complete 3D, baby. All right. You know the drill. Quick question from the judges, okay?
Thank you so much for your presentation. I've got a two-part question.
Okay.
Is the goal of the outcome product from the 3D printing to implant into the body?
Yes.
Awesome. How are you guys planning to vet your materials for things like toxicity, durability, all of the things that medical devices have to go through for rigor?
We just partnered with BASF, materials manufacturer, and they already have a ton of materials under their belt that can be sterilized.
So how much FDA approval do you need to actually put it into a body?
So that is the fun part. The FDA still doesn't realize what needs to be done. So that's somebody that we're working really closely with to figure out the kind of processes that need to be put in place.
So does that mean that the FDA would allow you to put one of your devices into a human body today?
Yep.
You may have mentioned this. Is anyone doing this right now, did you say?
Other than the neurosurgery team at the University of Kentucky, there's 5 other hospitals, and they're all research hospitals. For example, Johns Hopkins.
So you really don't know what the long-term efficacy is of a product like this yet?
There is one manufacturing company that they've been producing cranium implant models, and the patient received the implant in 2006, and they've done constant studies on him, and there hasn't been any adverse effects. And they're using zirconium, almost like a ceramic material, and the bone is actually growing in between the pores of the ceramics and replacing the material to be stronger.
So I'm still a little confused about what is your business model? How do you make money doing this? Are you actually making the devices, sourcing the devices, consulting? What are you doing?
So we're doing consulting. So we help professionals pick what 3D printers that they need, and then we come in and we do the service and maintenance on those machines.
And who makes the printers?
There's different companies. You have Stratasys, 3D Systems, Race 3D, Nexa 3D. That's just a few, just the name off the top of my head.
And are they currently printing for the purpose of using a model?
The University of Kentucky, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah. And with printing out model tissues, like, is there a certain kind of tissue that takes better than others, like organic matter or organ matter, different from printing bone matter? Like, is there a way to represent that difference in density?
Tissue, there's still a lot of research with tissue. They're more acquainted with the bone material, and there's several different types of material that emulate bone.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, wonderful pitch, Eric. Great job. I'll take your clicker. Thank you. Tonight is flying by. I don't know if you guys feel like that, but I can't believe we're already on the 4th pitch. Before we get into that pitch, though, friendly reminder again, I'm going to keep bugging you about it. Go to awesoming.org/program. A ghost voice from I don't know where he is. Remember to go on, answer those questions, give these teams a little bit of extra support and feedback from your seat. That would be great. And I see Kevin, he usually tries to hide on me, but I see you this time.
I think I just gave this row a heart attack. I think they thought I was asking them a question. They're like, oh shoot, he's here. No, I'm up here with Jared. And Jared, if you could stand up for me. Jared drove all the way from Hazard, Kentucky to be here. That is awesome. That is amazing. He's seen us online a few times, but he said, dang it, I'm coming in person. And Jared, thank you for coming to Lexington. We're glad to have you. Now, Jared, I'm sure when you drove from Hazard, you thought about this question, right? Yeah, you had a long time to think about it. And so I probably don't even have to put the options up there. You probably just know this from your drive. But Jared, what hormone is primarily responsible for regulating... He's got notes.
Oh, is he ready?
Regulating the menstrual cycle in women.
You guys, you took notes beforehand knowing this
and
question
Jared,
was
again,
asked.
I know you listen to podcasts
Prepared.
on the way here about this from Hazard. He's practiced. And so, Jared, is it A, cortisol, B, progesterone, C, testosterone, or D, estrogen? Jared, this was fun for both of us. Saying those options into a microphone really humbles a man. D, estrogen. And those podcasts you listen to are good. Because you're right, Jared. Good job,
Jared. We love to see the success. We love to see the correct answer. And on that note, we're going to learn a little bit more about this industry. Everybody stand up. Give some energy to Amanda with Besti.
I want to invite this guy to join my team. He got that question right. Well, it's great to be here with you tonight, and I want to start to get a show of hands. How many of you all watch TikTok videos? Okay, great. So you may have seen a video that went viral recently where a woman sent her husband to the store to get pads with wings, and he came back with a pack of maxi pads and 36 buffalo wings, right? Yeah. So it reminded me of a time when I had sent my husband to the store to buy night pads, but he came back with adult diapers. And so you can imagine the frustration that I felt. And it led me to wonder, why isn't there a way for me to get everything that I need and want exactly when I need it for my time of the month? So I'm Amanda Mia, CEO of Besti, and I have 7 years of management and operations experience in an international organization. Evan Payne is our CTO, and he is a senior software engineer. We have 2 advisors who have focused on marketing companies and brands that are geared towards women, brands such as Monistat and Vagisil. And Workwell Industries is our operations partner. So they are going to be assembling our boxes for us, and they have clients like Woodford Reserve and Jack Daniels, so we're confident that they can help us scale. So, the problems with the period care industry. Well, the first reason that the period care industry is inadequate is because these big name brands overlook the emotional toll of menstruating. You can ask your spouse, your daughter, your sister, having a period is not just a physiological experience, it is an emotional experience. And these brands also overlook PMS symptoms like anxiety and cravings and bloating. So the other issue is that for subscription services that are available, they operate on the traditional 30, 60, or 90-day cadence. However, a woman's menstrual cycle ranges from 20 to 40 days, which is why these husbands are being sent to the store. So this is where Besti comes in. And what we do is we provide a personalized subscription that synchronizes to our users' menstrual cycles. And we do this by offering delivery frequencies that range from 20 to 40 days. And for those who have irregular cycles, they can actually use the built-in period tracker on our platform where they track their cycle and adjust their shipments as needed. But not only that, we offer curated care. So our users are gonna get organic menstrual products, but also things like snacks and self-care items to give you a boost when you need it most. So our ideal customer, we're looking at people who are going to be buying their products online already. And that's roughly about 42 million people here in the US. And also users who have used a subscription box service before, so they know how it works. And just how big is that market? So 26.9 billion for the global subscription box industry. The feminine hygiene industry in the US is just above 11 billion. And in our subset, we're looking at 2.5 billion. So here's a little glimpse of us and how we compare to some of these big name brands who operate in organic care and also include self-care products in their subscription services. And as you can see, we tick a lot of other boxes. And what is our traction like? So Besti is not even a year old. We started last April, and we began with the web build out with our period tracker, and then we invited a pilot group to come in and test. In the summer of last year, we had applied for the render competition, and we actually ended up winning that. And we used the investment to purchase our menstrual products that are private label. And we also were named one of the 2024 startups to watch in Kentucky. So we're excited because soon our menstrual products will be in-house and we're gonna have our go-to-market launch. In the interim, we have opened up to friends and family. Here's your shameless plug to subscribe to Besti. And once we hit our first birthday, we can get our women-owned small business certification, which will open the door to corporate contracts and other opportunities. So our targets are to get to 2,000 subscribers in the next 6 months so that we can put ourselves at about 65,000 in monthly recurring revenue. And then we want to just keep growing because the numbers are there. Okay.
All right, our second
it's getting
slow
bigger.
clap of the evening. Amanda, you did great, even with the slow clap. You can keep your clicker in case you want to show them anything.
Okay.
Judges, again, about 3 questions, about a question each, 3 minutes, about a question each. And you can take it.
Yay, Besti. I am a fan of that product, let me tell you. And for a minute, I was Googling the U.S. population. Over half of the U.S. population is female. And so that makes a huge market opportunity in the U.S. To me, it seems like this has a whole lot of marketing power. The effect of marketing on such a large market in this nation is pretty significant. It almost reminds me, I'm telling my age here, of when edible arrangements came around. And I don't know about you all, but if you had a spouse, a grandkid, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whatever, they wanted an edible arrangement, including me. And so how do you get that viralness aspect of it? Because I could see women themselves wanting to buy it for themselves, but how also are you going to take advantage of other people buying it for their loved one?
Yeah, so we actually, bring up TikTok, we're gonna be working with content creators, specifically males who want to help promote that aspect of the business. We actually have a lot of male customers who are either buying it for their wives or their daughters. And so the guys are out there, there's a market for that, and it's fun to even explore the male market as a potential target for us because the period care industries typically don't do that. But we've got an offering that applies to both, so.
You might be surprised, but I actually know very, very little about this topic. The name is really neat. That's a great name, Besti. Is it at besti.com? Is that what it is?
Bestibox.com.
Bestibox. Oh,
without
there it
the
is.
E.
Yep, that's a good name. I have some concerns. Isn't it a very personal product that women would be buying, and how are you providing such a personalized selection?
Yeah, so in a sense it is a personal product, but I think that the idea of buying menstrual care is becoming just more and more open. Like people are more open-minded about that. They're talking about it. The way that we get to personalize the product according to their preferences for protection is we actually have a quiz built into the website, and so that's the first thing that they hit, and it asks a series of questions so that way we can plan a box that suits their needs.
And profitability, when would you be profitable, do you think? Honestly?
So according to our financial projections, we're looking at if we hit all of our targets, by December of this year, we'll be profitable.
Last question. Amazon does subscriptions for any product that's on Amazon. So how are you going to compete with that?
So the thing that Amazon doesn't do is the personalized, curated care. So when someone subscribes to Besti, they're getting new snacks and new self-care items every month. It's not just a transaction. So it's a surprise. We put a lot of thought about what goes into the box so that when someone opens it up, it's something new to delight them and surprise them, and that's something that Amazon cannot deliver.
Quick question since we're down to 6 seconds. So I actually have 3 daughters, so I actually probably know a little bit more than Brian. But each of them, you know, having taken them, the youngest is 21, so we've been through this with all 3 of them, have their own selection of what brand and type. Do you offer that selection when they log in, or is it just the organic?
So we do stick with organic products. I'm a firm believer in organic, good for you products. But we offer a variety of different styles of tampons and pads so that they have like your night pads, your liners, your super, your regulars. And so our users can choose from all of those varieties.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Amanda. Give me a high five. There you go. Well, we are quickly winding down. I see sweet Kevin making his way downtown, walking fast.
Faces past.
And you're homebound. Dang it, I was hoping somebody would.
Okay.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, Kevin,
I'm here with Taylor and Allie. Taylor, Allie, where are you at? Right there. I got the wrong girls. Have fun tonight. All right, ladies, let's do this. God, your name is Allie, though. What a good guess. Give it up for me for guessing right. Okay. All right, Allie, the real Allie. Taylor, the real Taylor. stand up with me, please. Don't make me feel awkward any more than I already am for getting the wrong two people. All right, ladies, what does SBA stand for? Make the University of Kentucky proud. I know your students and I know your professors are probably watching this. They'll probably give you like 100 bonus points if you get this right. But is it A, Student Bachelors Association? Good option. Is it B, Small Business Administration? Is it C, Southern Beaches of Alabama?
Spring break.
Spring break's right around the corner. That could be that. Or is it D, Scoring Businesses of America? They didn't even hesitate, and they're gonna get the 100 points of extra credit from whoever their professor is, because they answered B, Small Business Administration.
Great job.
Great job. That education is paying off.
There we go. Well, y'all, we are at the last pitch of the evening. Stretch those legs one final time. Get on up, hands to the sky, and let's welcome up our good friend Ace with Value Buddy.
Hi, I'm Ace. I'm the founder of Value Buddy, a seamless valuation solution for business acquisition loan underwriters. Did you know one of the most important trends over the next decade will be the silver tsunami? This is what economists are calling the wave of baby boomers that are expected to retire over the next 10 years. This will result in 1,500 baby boomers selling their businesses per day, with the most common method of acquiring these businesses being through an SBA 7A loan. The SBA and most banks require third-party business valuations in order to underwrite these loans. Today, these valuations are performed by hundreds of CPAs in generalist valuation firms. We've met with dozens of underwriters, and they've all shared the same pain points when working with legacy valuation providers. That the valuations cost up to $8,000 and there's a 1-month turn time. Not only is this a pain point, but it's causing banks to lose customers in a hyper-competitive SBA lending space. Just last week, I had lunch with US Bank's SBA lending director, and he said to me, time kills deals. On top of this, legacy valuation providers deliver a dense valuation report that's 80 pages with no risk assessment. Additionally, not only do they do that, but they also don't have key underwriting insights. Small banks and businesses bear the burden of this broken underwriting valuation process. Between the $8,000 in underwriting valuation costs and a 5 times higher default rate on SBA loans, this represents a $16 billion problem, which creates a $4.1 billion opportunity for Value Buddy, as there are over 2 million business loans issued each year for the purpose of acquiring a small business. Our team has collective expertise across M&A valuations and leading AI programs. This has led us to receive awards from credentialing bodies that work directly with the SBA. Our AI-powered valuation platform utilizes semantic search to create comparable company lists, generative AI to deliver detailed risk assessments, and retrieval augmented generation to enable the underwriters to communicate with their reports through a chat-based interface. By automating most of our valuation process, we're able to slash underwriting valuation fees in half while maintaining insanely high margins. Our primary expense in preparing our valuation is the manual review by our valuation team to certify the reports. Our go-to-market strategy consists of meeting clients at minority business and SBA lending conferences, promoting our tech during bank tech demo days, and running cold LinkedIn messaging and ad campaigns. In our first 45 days in market, we've already landed 4 banking customers, which will generate $25,000 in MRR. Additionally, we secured over $250,000 in VC funding, with our most recent investment coming from Techstars. We're currently raising $625,000 with a post-money valuation of $5 million. These funds will go towards helping us achieve $100,000 in MRR. Our fundraising round is filling up fast, and we would love for Fibercross and Awesome Inc. to become one of our investors. Thank you.
Judges, you can take it away whenever.
So Ace, great presentation, great energy. Do you have SBA approval? Will they accept your reports in the underwriting process today?
Yeah, so there are 5 credentialing bodies that the SBA, that you have to get your certification from. So we're certified through the National Association of Certified Valuation Analysts, and as a result of that, that is not only why that is not only why the SBA will accept this, but that's also why Midwest Regional Bank, Stockyards Bank, and Heritage Bank is currently one of our customers as of now. So yes. Yes.
So this is an incredible product, particularly because in government, we're always looking at what's the next thing. And one of the things we're really afraid of are these businesses owned by baby boomers that are not, the industry or the workforce is not ready to shift those businesses to the next generation, and so they close. And we've heard that directly from corporations. How do you stay a part of that policy conversation? Is it sort of happenstance? Are you guys going to do an active lobbying status? I could see SBA, SEC, state governments, and Department of Commerce being part of this conversation. Have you engaged them?
So yeah, we've met with the SBA regional office in Louisville, and we've spoken to a lot of the leadership there. I myself and my co-founder, we attend a lot of the SBA SOP updates, and whenever they make those updates, we make sure that we include some of those new policies and procedures in our, not only our evaluation process, but also in some of the AI tools that we're developing.
So as AI sweeps into a lot of markets like this one, what are your barriers to your potential competition?
What are my barriers for the competition? Yeah. So one of the barriers for our current competitors are a lot of them are legacy style CPA firms, and not everybody has received the concept of AI with the same level of acceptance. So I think one of the things that makes us unique is that we've been able to not only include AI in our evaluation process, but it makes us be able to do valuations a lot faster. But most importantly, we've been able to sell the concept of not only are we doing, there is a manual part of the valuation process, but getting these banks to understand how AI can make them more efficient, make them make better decisions is one of the things that I think that makes us stand out from our competition.
So let me ask, I didn't do a good job of asking it, right? So I'm with you. I love the model of go use AI and use all of that. You said insanely high margins.
Yes, sir.
What that tells me is somebody else is going to figure that out and take a slightly lower, slightly insane margin from the perspective. So what about your AI model is unique and will prevent somebody else from adopting AI and take your market share?
So I want to answer the insanely high margin piece. So our price point is $1,800 per valuation. Most legacy providers charge between $3,000 to up to $8,000. So we're able to deliver these insanely high margins at a 30 to 40% lower price point. As it pertains to the AI that we're building, it's based on machine learning techniques. My team here, Eddie, he studies AI at UC Berkeley. And so what we're doing to make our AI not something that someone can just easily go get is we've customized it to fit the concepts of a banking institution, as well as to make sure that the models include a lot of what the SBA require for their valuation. So that's why I believe someone can't just come in and take the same type of AI techniques. But even if they do, they can't deliver our margins because most of these legacy providers, they don't do SBA underwriting valuations exclusively. We do. So they have a significant amount of overhead. They have 30 to 40 people in their departments. We have 6 people on our team. So I hope that answers your question.
One very quick question. What is the valuation of your company and why?
So our company is valued at $5 million right now. The why is that we recently got a term sheet from Team Ignite out of Kansas City, and they agreed to our $5 million valuation. That's I guess the pitch why. The internal why is as a professional evaluator based on my skill set and my teammates' skill set. We've actually valued the company higher than $5 million, but different VCs won't let you value it at certain price points. And also with the Techstars Accelerator, which is the second most popular accelerator in the US, they've actually also agreed to our $5 million valuation cap. So the best way that I can answer your question is that we've received investors that have exchanged money from their account to our account with the $5 million term sheet. But I also believe, if I was to model it out for you, that based on, this only includes acquisition loans. This doesn't include sell-side transactions, right? We're only doing the valuation for the buy-side deal. So this doesn't include sell-side transactions. It doesn't include estate planning. It doesn't include working with business brokers. So that's why, I guess.
Right on. Well, thank you so much, Ace. We're going to wrap the night up. I'll take the clicker from you, and then Kyle, you get the microphone. Well, judges, this is our favorite time when you are going to leave. Brian and Emily will take you away. You get to think who won, put your heads together. And for one final time this evening, our love song's coming to an end, Jacqueline.
I know.
Everyone head over to awesomeinc.org/program to rate the companies, to give these entrepreneurs feedback that we will then share with them.
And on that survey, there was one final question that really helps us here at Awesome Inc. in producing 5 Across, if you don't mind, to answer that 6th question and submit to help us out on our team. That'd be great. This is your last chance to vote.
Forever. Okay. Well, we have a little something special in store. How are we feeling? We still good? Do we need to kick, stretch, wiggle or something? We good? Okay.
We're minutes away.
Can we, real quickly, from the back of the room, can we start the wave in the back of the room? Let's send the wave to the front. There we go.
Oh.
Okay, wait. Whoa. Cut. My bad. Everyone look to the back of the room. There we go.
Okay, it's getting serious.
Hey, Connor, why don't you play a little tune for us if you don't mind?
Ready?
There we go.
We'll send it back, Garrett.
And then send it to the back room. Send it on back. There we go. Look at this.
All right.
Well, we want to do a quick service to you guys and welcome up Awesome Inc.'s first ever resident cruise director. Give it up for Holly Goff. She's a sweetheart, so kind, so caring, and she has got something special to tell you. So, how you feeling, Captain?
I'm feeling pretty lucky to be up here right now.
Okay.
Very lucky.
Well, here we go. Take it away.
Okay, well, hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I'm a member of Team Alpha here at Awesome Inc. And I just wanted to let you all know that Startup Weekend Lexington is back. Yeah!
Yes, give me.
That is the energy I love to hear. For those of you who don't know what Startup Weekend is, this is a 3-day event, weekend long, where you will get to work together with professionals from across Lexington to take any idea you want and turn it into a real business. Okay, come on, that's exciting. So, whether you're a student, you're a professional, if you just have any interest in being on a stage like this one day, this is a great opportunity to get involved. And I have a little fun thing to share with you. If you come find me after the show, I will give you a free ticket to the event.
Whoa. Hey, Holly.
So you get.
How much does this usually cost? How much is
For
it usually?
students, it's $15, and for professionals, it's $45.
Okay.
But that includes all of your mentorship, all of your meals, snacks, drinks for the entire weekend. That's a pretty good deal.
It's a good deal for me.
Yeah. So if you have any other questions, come catch me later and come get your free ticket.
There we go. Holly!
Great job,
Locking it
Holly.
down.
Great job. Here, I'll take that mic.
That's excellent.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Well, the reason that we called her the resident cruise director, who's ever been on a cruise before? Gimme, my guy. Well,
Just
Holly's
doesn't
working.
stop with
he
energy.
doesn't.
I love it.
Holly's working on one this summer, so if you want to come cruise with us, we're figuring out details, and she's going to be the
That's
entertainment
her
captain.
dream
It
after
is.
Awesome Inc.
So we got Startup Week coming up. Hey, raise your hand if you're a student in here, or if you work with students. That's at least 80%
You
of the
need to
room.
come. You need to
There we go.
come. You need to come. You need to come.
All of you,
All of
come
you.
join. Real quickly, Startup Weekend's going to be a great resume builder. It's something that's going to give you experience, and so for those of you that are figuring out what you want to do with life, this will help really legitimize some of the experience that you got in your undergrad degrees. And secondly, we have a great event called
Undercover Lex. Undercover Lex.
I will just go for it. Yeah, Undercover Lex. It is next Wednesday, 5:30 to 7 p.m. at the Awesome Inc. building. This is a really cool event for discovery of creative opportunities for future businesses or future careers for a lot of you students that have technical skills and experience. So come on down to space. It'll be a great time to network, and this is not a job fair. Well, okay, we do this sometimes.
Sometimes.
But I need
It's a
everyone
treat tonight that we get to
for
do this.
The last time tonight, I promise you, to rise to your feet. Everyone, I need just a little pitter patter on your knees, make some noise. We got a wonderful young
pitch.
entrepreneur coming up for a surprise 6 pitch. Give it up for our dear friend Delaney with Girl Scout Troop 2256. There she is. Look at that.
All right.
Coming down the runway. Nice. Delaney, you know the drill. The floor is all yours, my lady.
Hi, my name is Delaney, and I'm a Girl Scout from Troop 2256. Thank you for coming here today. We have so many cookies to choose from at our booth in the room over there. We have Adventurefuls, Caramel Delights, Trefoils, Thin Mints, Toast Jays, lemonades, peanut butter sandwiches, and my favorite, peanut butter patties.
Mine too, yes. Peanut butter patties.
The cookies are $5 a box, and if you buy 5 boxes of cookies, you can be entered in a contest to win $60 worth of cookies. Who wants to win those cookies? Come see us at our booth at the end of the night.
Here we go. Give it for Delaney one final time. All right, okay. Here's what we're gonna do, Chris. This belongs to you. I don't want this. We are gonna get out of our seats. We are gonna follow me, and we're going to these double doors over here. All right, in the back of the room, we're gonna get the conclusion of tonight's event wrapped up. So can we give it up one more time for the entrepreneurs who pitched tonight? Well, we're also very grateful. We couldn't do what we do without folks like you, but also wonderful partners that make events like this happen. So thanks to our title sponsor, Kinetic, who is just phenomenal. So thanks to you guys for all you do for us, and Jacqueline for tonight's presenting sponsor.
Our presenting sponsor is Densmore.
There we go.
I was on the title sponsor.
You're good.
Presenting sponsor is Densmore. Tony was in the house tonight. Thank you again, Tony and Densmore.
You say talk louder? Oh man, I can talk louder. I didn't know if it was too loud.
We're telling you to buy a T-shirt and some Girl Scout cookies.
There we go.
Important.
So we're gonna sell them to and run out, but again, this is a cool way that we're helping build a community here in Lexington, and we're all grateful that you're a part of it. So who's ready to fight and figure out tonight's results? Yeah! Well, good, because we're getting there. And tonight, and actually, can we have all the presenters? Are you by you, Kevin? Sweet, you guys can stay right there for now. We just want to say that all of what we're doing for tonight is to support these up-and-coming entrepreneurs, to support their businesses, and we ask that you become their customers, help build what they're building here in Kentucky. And we're grateful that you all took a risk and to be a part of your journey. So give it up one final time for all these entrepreneurs.
We're going to grab a group photo with everyone. everybody at the end, so after all the celebrations and stuff, we're gonna grab a group photo, and also everybody in the audience, you'll have the time to chat with them, ask some questions, get to know
Nice.
the business a little bit more.
That's really good.
We should go to the next slide.
I should go to the next slide because somebody definitely put something.
There is no slide, but before we celebrate anybody winning anything tonight, we do have a birthday boy in the house, and not only is it his birthday, it is his golden birthday. If you know anything about golden birthdays, that means that he is turning 28 on the 28th.
Someone get us on video, send my mom. She'll love it.
We are going to collectively wish G a happy birthday,
Come on.
singing
Time shot, baby.
happy birthday, all right? Got it. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gary. Happy birthday to you.
I'm not going to give a speech. Well, thanks, guys.
Someone
You
better
hold this
smash
and
it.
then feed it to me in about 6 seconds. Okay. All right, everybody. The
Now we
crowd.
can really celebrate.
Now we can. The crowd falls to a hush. For some reason, we're all hunched over just a little bit. Let's get about 30% volume in the room. Let's get some slaps of the knee going because we're going to find out who tonight's crowd favorite is. And of the presenters, just take a quick step forward. We'll get a picture and we'll keep the show rolling. So, tonight's crowd favorite that y'all voted for goes to, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, goes to Besti! All right, let's keep this party rolling. Let's keep this party rolling. They got the crowd favorite from all of you, so let's figure out which entrepreneur is getting second place tonight for the judges. So, we're all hunched over, I don't know why. Let's get 15% volume in the room. Maybe even some claps going, some feet stomping, because tonight's second place, 5 Across February 2024 winner is... SoFab! There you go, guys. All right. And the room falls to a complete hush. Everyone take a deep breath in. This moment is never happening again because we're going to find out who is sealing their place in the December...
Ticket.
Yeah, first ticket for December's 2024 finals.
There's a lot on the line.
And the room is going crazy. We're at 100% volume. The building is shaking. Way to go, baby. Congratulations. I also need to work out with you because you're in better shape than I am, man. Wow. Man, hey, real quickly, let's get a photo with your big check. I ask that you hang this on the wall of your office. Well, hey, real quickly, let's get a word from you, just how you feel what this event meant for you tonight, and then we'll have one of the judges speak next. Scott, can we get the music down if you don't mind, real quickly?
Yeah, so this event means a lot for myself as I left my corporate job in September. I worked at Brown Foreman for about 8 years, and so it feels really good to leave such a great company and all the easy money that I was making in corporate to kind of bet on myself. So it feels really good.
Please, stand here real quickly. Sarah, would you mind giving a few words why this excellent judge panel picks Ace to win tonight?
Sure. First of all, congratulations. And congratulations to all of you. It was a tough choice for us. We had a lot of deliberation back there. For Value Buddy, what it came down to is they have revenue. They have, you already have 4 partners, 4 banks that you're signed up with. You've got the certification with SBA. That was really important to us. And you're addressing a real need in your approach to the market. So that's what it came down to is certification. You're already in revenue. You've already raised money from Key Horse and others, and the certification. So, but congratulations to all of you guys all doing a great job.
Well, great job, everyone. And that is a wrap for tonight. So here is a free ticket for April's event. We would love to have all of you back. If there's leftover food, snag it. If there are some Girl Scout cookies, support their troops. And we will see you at April.